Price discrimination occurs when differences in prices for two similar or identical goods sold by a company are not justified by the differences in marginal cost. Price discrimination does not occur when the differences in price are justified by differences in cost. For example, economists would not consider higher insurance premia for automobile insurance for 16 to 19-year-old males or life insurance for 55 to 65-year-old males price discrimination. The expected claims are higher and warrant higher premium. History shows that 16 and 19-year-old males tend to make more automobile claims than other portions of the population, and that 55 to 65-year-old males are more likely to die than other portions of the population, and therefore the life insurance payouts will generally be higher for that group than for others. Charging higher prices to reflect higher cost is not price discrimination. In fact, many economists would argue that the provision in the Affordable Care Act that requires health insurance companies to charge sick people with pre-existing conditions the same premium as healthy people without pre-existing conditions is forcing the insurance company to discriminate in price against healthy people in favor of sick people. Two textbook types of price discrimination are first-degree price discrimination and third-degree price discrimination. First-degree price discrimination occurs when the seller charges each buyer every cent he or she is willing to pay for the quantity purchased. No perfect examples of first-degree price discrimination exist. A good example is the pricing that occurs on a car lot. The goal of most salespeople is to extract the highest price possible from each and every buyer. Since the salespeople usually have more training, experience, and knowledge, their ability to negotiate the highest price the consumer is willing to pay is generally greater than the ability of the buyer to negotiate the lowest price the seller is willing to accept. Most negotiated contracts have elements of first-degree price discrimination. Third-degree price discrimination occurs when the firm segments the market into two or more submarkets and charges the price in each submarket that maximizes profit in that submarket. Here are some examples. Matinees versus the evening showings of a movie at a theater. The marginal cost of showing the movie is pretty much the same, but matinee prices are typically lower. Senior citizen discounts. It costs Burger King just as much to serve me a Coke as a 20-year-old, but they offer me a discount. Student discounts. Ditto. The cost of serving a student is generally the same as the cost of serving someone who's not a student, but they get a lower price. AAA members get lower prices. I mentioned the last one, it's steep discounts for international versions of textbooks. Some differences in international versions and domestic versions usually exist. The international version may not be hardcover, it may not have full color, and it may be printed on lower quality paper. Those differences in the quality of the product will usually generate small differences in cost, but the difference in price is much larger. So the difference in price is not supported by or reflected by or justified by the difference in cost. Hence, the steep discount would be an example of price discrimination.